Hello all, this is Dr. Omahani, and today we'll discuss about the deeper meaning of rubric delusion, swimming in air. Its patient's context isn't just a random fantasy, it's a psychological emotional state of her. She is swimming in air because she lacks a sense of grounded trust. Example: she's working so hard to become independent not because her fiancé made her feel inferior but because deep down, she fears losing her self-respect if she ever depends on someone. Her mind has created a kind of airworld where she can float freely. No gravity, no dependence, no anchor. It's a defense mechanism, an illusion of strength that protects her from the past experience where dependency once meant humiliation or loss of control. So even though in reality her fiancé is kind and supportive, she isn't responding to the present. She's responding to her past wound, predicting her future through the lens of that old hurt. Swimming in air symbolizes a state of self-protection through detachment, an illusion of control where she believes she doesn't need anyone. A fear of grounding, because grounding means trusting someone and that feels risky. She says unconsciously, "I can survive even in air, I don't need the ground." But psychologically, no one can stay suspended forever. We all need a ground, means affection, connection, emotional safety to truly feel alive. So her delusion isn't madness, it's emotional self-defense. Her way of saying, "I'll float rather than risk falling again." It is very rightly said that a father's emotional closeness shapes his daughter's reproductive and emotional trajectory. When a girl grows up without experiencing emotional closeness, protection, or affection from her father, she learns what masculinity it means through his behavior. If her father's attitude toward women is harsh, distant, or emotionally unavailable, she subconsciously absorbs that image, believing that this is what men are like. This perception becomes the root of her trust issues. Even when a man in her future behaves kindly, her subconscious warns her, "Don't trust him, he'll hurt you like your father did." On the other hand, if her father lacks healthy masculinity, if he fails to make her feel emotionally safe and protected, she grows up feeling unsupported, unguarded, and emotionally exposed. As a result, she starts to adopt masculine traits herself, not out of rebellion, but as a self-defense mechanism. She learns to protect herself by becoming the strong one. She replaces tenderness with control, dependence with independence, and sensitivity with guardedness, all to create an illusion of emotional safety. This inner imbalance reflects even in her body. She may experience hormonal disturbances, such as frequent or irregular menses, once or twice a month. In essence, her pathology is not just physical. It is the echo of a wounded feminine energy that never felt protected, and therefore had to become its own protector. It's not a sense of superiority, it's her self-defense, born from being exposed early in life to a man who lacked healthy masculinity. It is deeply important for a woman to marry a man who is kind not just to her, but to the future daughter they may have one day. Because no matter how many books on psychology you read or how much knowledge you gain, your understanding of life ultimately comes from your own experiences. If a woman's first experience with a man, her father, has been painful or emotionally damaging, it becomes nearly impossible for her to feel completely safe about her future with another man, even if he is her husband. Such early wounds don't just stay emotional, they create waves within the body too. They lead to hormonal fluctuations, emotional instability, and a deep, hidden fear. When she doesn't feel emotionally safe, she begins searching for that safety in her own way. And in that search, she often suppresses her feminine softness and steps into a more masculine energy. She becomes overly independent, not out of pride, but out of protection. It's not strength she's chasing, it's safety she's missing. I hope you've understood the deeper meaning behind this rubric. Cattitude beautifully represents the theme of loyalty. She feels betrayed by her own father, who treated women poorly, and that wound shaped her entire perception of men. Now, loyalty has become her emotional defense mechanism. She keeps searching for someone who can make her feel emotionally safe, someone who won't repeat the betrayal she once experienced. These patients are usually like cats. Nature of cats and dogs totally different. Dogs obey commands, but cats don't. Instead, they give commands. They are incredibly beautiful, graceful, and charming, yet full of self-respect and high boundaries. Cats have zero tolerance for disrespect. Their humor is too good. They get angry easily, but their anger isn't intimidating. In fact, when they're angry, people around them often find it adorable and even entertaining and very funny. It's not the kind of rage that harms, it's the kind that amuses. The cat-like temperament is very wrongly portrayed by many homeopaths. If we compare the cat's behavior, she may resemble an angry yet affectionate wife, or she's like an angry yet affectionate sister. The kind of anger that makes you smile instead of fear. Cute aggression. Such patients often love cats because they subconsciously see a reflection of themselves in them. Cats always appear relaxed, and even just watching them brings a sense of calmness to people. They show themselves as emotionally independent, yet deep inside, they are dependent. Cats are also highly intelligent. If you keep a cat in your home, it has the power to transform the entire environment. From a dull, lifeless atmosphere, it can create a warm and happy space just through its attitude. They are very observant and judgmental too. They communicate everything through their eyes, without needing words. That's why people say, when a cat enters a home, the environment becomes brighter and happier. Everyone starts feeling more joyful, more alive. See you all in the next study session. Take care.
आज आप अगर अपनी जिंदगी का जायजा लें, अपने खानदानों में पहुंचे, अपने घरानों में जायजा लें, तो हम में से हर शख्स, चाहे वो आलिम व अल्लामा हो गया हो, चाहे किसी बड़े से बड़े इदारे का जिम्मेदार हो गया हो, अल्लाह की कसम माँ के किरदार को अपनी जिंदगी से खारिज नहीं कर सकता है। इसी वजह से अल्लाह के नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम से जब एक सहाबी रसूल ने पूछा कि मेरी हुस्न सुहबत का सबसे ज्यादा मुस्तहिक कौन है, तो आपने फरमाया तुम्हारी माँ। फरमाया दूसरे नंबर पर सबसे ज्यादा खैर खाही और सबसे ज्यादा खिदमत किसकी की जाए, तो फरमाया तुम अपनी माँ की खिदमत करो। फरमाया तीसरे नंबर पर हुस्न सोहबत का कौन मुस्तहिक है, तो फरमाया तुम्हारी माँ। चौथी बार सवाल किया तब फरमाया अबूक, तुम्हारा बाप। अल्लामा इब्न क़य्यिम रहमतुल्लाह अलैह गालिबन फरमाते हैं 3 हुकूक माँ को देने के बाद रब्बे कायनात ने चौथा हक बाप को जो दिया है, इसका बुनियादी सबब है माँ ने कम से कम 3 ऐसी तकलीफें बर्दाश्त की हैं जिसके बारे में बाप तसव्वुर भी नहीं कर सकता है। माँ ने 9 महीने तक अपने बच्चे को अपने पेट में और बच्चादानी में रखा, उसके नतीजे में उसको गशी तारी हो गई, कमजोरी तारी हो गई, उसके नतीजे में उसको सारी तकलीफें उठानी पड़ी। ये 9 महीने की तकलीफ मर्द न महसूस कर सकता है, न पढ़ने और मुताला करने के बाद उसके तसव्वुर को अपने जहन में ला सकता है जो माँ ने तकलीफ उठाई है। और उसके बाद दूसरी तकलीफ जिसके बुनियाद पर दूसरे मकाम पर भी माँ को रखा गया, खातून को रखा गया, वो तकलीफ दर्द ज़हक की तकलीफ है। अल्लाह इब्न क़य्यिम रहमतुल्लाह अलैह फरमाते हैं वो दर्द कोई मर्द महसूस नहीं कर सकता। ये मर्द बहुत मजबूत बनाया गया है, लेकिन माँ को दर्द ज़हक बर्दाश्त करने के लिए जो सब्र व तहम्मुल दिया गया, जो कुव्वत दी गई, उस कुव्वत का जरा सा भी तसव्वुर कोई मर्द नहीं कर सकता। ये दूसरा मकाम है। तीसरा मकाम इस खातून को क्यों दिया गया? इस वजह से कि बच्चे की पैदाइश के बाद इस खातून ने 2 साल तक अपने बच्चे को खून की शक्ल में अपना दूध पिलाया। उसके ऊपर दूध पिलाने के नतीजे में कमजोरी वाक़ई होती थी, गशी तारी हो जाती थी, उसको खाने पीने की इजाफी जरूरत पड़ती थी, लेकिन बच्चा रोने ना पाए उससे पहले माँ की छाती बच्चे के लिए हाजिर होती थी। ये माँ की कुर्बानियां हैं, इन कुर्बानियों के बारे में बाप तसव्वुर भी नहीं कर सकता। लिहाजा हमारी जिम्मेदारी है कि हम माओं की और खवातीन की अहमियत और उनके मकाम को समझ करके चलें।